This is a review of the Talon P in 25 caliber. I'm going to cover some things that I think have been missed and maybe not included in the same review. And I'm going to go quickly. There'll be two parts. Um, I'm not a movie producer, so you have to bear with me, but follow along. Talon P is about 24 inches long before you modify it with your shroud, which adds another 6 inches, and another 6 inches when you add the butt plate. It weighs about 3.5 pounds before you make that addition. By the time you put your scope on it, depending on what you get, most folk are going to go anywhere from 3 to 9 by 32 up to 3 power up to 50. Once you get past 50, it's just overkill. Really, 40 might even be overkill. What makes the Talon P unique is the fact that, one, is small. The power that it puts out, over 55 foot-pounds of energy. The advertisement says that it is 760 feet per second, but that's with the heaviest pellet that they have in 25 caliber production. That pellet is 43.2 grains at 760 feet per second, generates about 55 foot-pounds of energy. But when you take a JSB Exact King at 25.39 grains, you're generating about 950 feet per second. And so that's going to give you a little over 50 foot-pounds of energy by itself. Not to mention, you can go down to the alloys and 1100 feet per second and generate, 49, 51 foot-pounds of energy. The second thing that makes it unique, that most other guns don't touch, is the different fuel sources that the Talon P incorporates or can use. You can substitute. Now, this tank is your high pressure tank. It is a direct flow, which is different than the high flow that you find on your Air Force Condor, and it's different than your tank that you find on your Talon or your Talon SS. Even though the tank is small, because the valve is set a little bit differently, when that striker hits it, it allows a larger volume of air to be released, and that basically the cap to return to seal it back up, which projects your projectile, so forth and so on, and leaves so much air left for however many number of shots. On full power, it is about 12 shots. If you turn it all the way down, you can get about 30 shots. Turn it down to about 6 to 8, you'll get about 20 shots. If you're filling it up from empty, you're looking at 280 to 320 pumps. Once you get it filled and you only shoot 12 full power shots, it takes about 10 pumps per shot. So if you're filling yourself back up to those 12 shots, you're looking at 120 pumps to put you back up at 3,000 psi, or those 12 full power shots. Now, it also does the CO2. But it only will do the CO2 if you have the CO2 adapter. That adapter costs $92 or $96 from Air Force. But it allows you to buy a CO2 canister from Kane's Sporting Goods, Dick's Sporting Goods, Walmart, anywhere from a 9 ounce up to a 24 ounce. The 24 ounce is giving me about 1,600 shots. But now my power is reduced down to a third. So whereas with a 25.39 grain JSB Exact, I'm going to get 950 feet per second. Using the CO2, I'm going to get 600 feet per second. Now, the other thing is, using the same adapter, I'll take this and put it on a 48 cubic inch paintball for high pressure. Now, I'm going to get about 700 to 750 feet per second with this high pressure tank versus 600 feet per second with the CO2. My shots will increase over the HPA tank that came with it, only to about 60 to 80 high power shots, around 700, 750 with this, versus 1600 with this at 600. Now, the other thing that makes it significant is you can take the Talon P and you can use the 12 grain CO2 cartridges that you get from Walmart or whatever, but now that's going to greatly reduce your velocity. You're going to get about 80 shots, but your velocity is only going to be about 450 feet per second to 465 feet per second using those 12 gram CO2 canisters. And you use this adapter with a $5 adapter that you get from Walmart to use on any paintball gun. There is also what they call a remote. The same remote that's used on paintball guns or the paintball canisters, you can take and use this and you can hook it to your scuba tank or a larger or even a 4,500 PSI tank, and use your remote. You can put your canister in a carry bag and run this to your canister, this into the canister, this into the back of your Talon P with the adapter, and it will go here, and you'll do away with the butt or the bottle protruding from the end. A little bit more flexibility, but if you're shooting all day, you're doing silhouette or I can't remember what it's called, but if you're doing bench rest and you're going to be there all day, you can go directly to your scuba tank and not have to worry about refilling and going through all kind of transition, and just shoot directly from there. So the flexibility in your fuel source with the Talon P is just ridiculous. Also, if you wanted to convert, go to the 22, you would buy the 22 barrel and then the tank for the 22, and you would be able to shoot 22. So there's interchangeability and versatility that folks don't really realize is there. On this particular one, I use a combination of the flashlight and laser, and I use two of them. This is set for 32 yards. This one is set for 64. My scope is sighted in at 25 yards, which is dead center out to 48 yards. Then you start making adjustments depending on what canister you're using, the weight of the grain of the pellet that you're shooting. The lights illuminate very nicely. Shooting in pitch black, I can turn those on, operate my camera without any other lights. So at night, I can go ahead and take care of what I need to take care of. Now, I'll do a quick maybe this This will show the illumination. What it does. So you get a good idea of how well it will light up the night. So that's that part of it. Now I'm going to go through and show you the versatility and the different pellets that it shoots and how well it shoots, including the number 3 buckshot from Ballistic Products. And give me a minute and we'll transition to that.